Hey girls, all right, so I listened to the National Wake Up Call and I took a lot of notes. And I don't know if y'all are plugging into those or not, but I encourage you to if you're not. I never listen to it live because clearly I'm at work. I know that you girls work full time, I get that. But what I do is I just replay it the next day or on Wednesday while I'm cooking supper or whatever it is that I'm doing. And sometimes I feel like, yeah, I need to hear that. And sometimes I'm like, I don't need that. But this week was definitely one that I thought there were some really good nuggets. And so, y'all know me, I took notes. And I'm just going to kind of share with you what stuck out to me. And then I hope that you apply it because I know that we are working hard this month. And I know that just by being consistent in what we're doing, that's where the results are going to be. That's where we're going to start adding to our team. That's where we're going to lock in Success Club. That's where we're going to, that rank that we're pushing for is going to be automatic. Just by being consistent, showing up every single day, doing the vital behaviors, even on the crazy days that you're like, holy smokes, we've still got to find time to do that, okay? So I'm encouraging you this month to put all your excuses aside and just dive in and commit. And let's say that on October 31st, we could not have done any more. Like we put it all out there and we did our best, and we know that we did. Because I'm willing to bet that if we commit and we go all in, we're going to see, it might not be next week that we see it or the next, but the next month you're going to be like, holy smokes, my business is booming. Because I can tell you, I know today's the 10th, and I think that I'll be at Success Club by tonight when the girl orders, but I'm at Success Club 4. 100% is going a lot quicker for me this month than it did last month, and I know that is because I worked my butt off last month. Even when I wasn't seeing the results, I was consistently showing up. I was consistently doing my vital behaviors. I was being more proactive in using my stories on Instagram. And I can tell you that today or this week I wasn't adding my stories on Facebook. And I started doing that this week. And y'all, like, seriously, let me find the little sheet. I went through just now and I followed up and sent some invites to people. But what I did today is I just made a list, and y'all know the tracker that I use. This is my tracker, and I didn't do Saturday or Sunday. I don't know what I do with my sheet. So I'm recycling a sheet. So if you see my lines right here, that was yesterday, and this was today's work. And as I work, I just check off my check mark. And that just holds me accountable. It helps me to see what I need to be working on. But anyway, if you look right here, like, these are people that have been watching my stories on Facebook. And these are new people that I've not had conversations with. There's 2 or 3 on here that messaged me, like, this summer, and they're, like, all in wanting to do it. And then they ghosted on me. But they're paying attention to my stories. And I know that by being, like, consistent again and showing up, if they're taking the time to watch all my stories, that means they're watching me. That means they're going to start watching my post. So I'm encouraging you to utilize your Instagram stories, to utilize your Facebook stories, whatever they call that. Use them because people are watching you. And if they watch that, then you're going to pop up in the newsfeed and they're going to see that. And the people that, like one girl today, she just messaged me. She saw, and this is working for me too, post a picture of how many spots you have. So, of course, clearly I'm going to take more than 5 people if I have 5 people that want to sign up and join with the challenge group, but I'm saying 5 because I can fill 5 spots. So I've been putting the image, and I'll share my images and y'all can use those. I'll drop them in the team page tonight. And as people sign up, I'm putting their names. So let's say that Kelsey, Casey, Laura, Katie, they're 4, and the 4th one I put you, ? And as people sign up, I add their name. And I had a girl literally today that I talked to last week or the week before that was like, yeah, I really need to do something, yada, yada, yada. And then she ghosted on me. I was still following up, but I wasn't getting anything from her. And I know I told y'all that I had so many that were just kind of crickets. But today, she, out of the blue, messaged me and said, okay, look, I don't care what it takes. I don't care the money. She sent a screenshot of my image with the 1 spot remaining, and she said, that's my spot. I want it. I will do it tonight. You know, like, hello. Another girl signed up with me last night. She has been watching my Instagram stories for months. And she decided that she also texted. She said, okay, I know I got to do it. I'm just going to tell my husband I'm doing it, and I'm done with that. So all of that, I'm saying, be consistent, show up. I know our lives are crazy. I know they are. I know that you're busy. I know that you have families. I know that you have things going on that you cannot control. But we can control. We can set aside 30 minutes a day to work our business. We can, if you don't have this tracker, I will make a copy of it, I will take a picture of it for you to print it out, because this, I've tried everything and I'm a paper pencil girl. This tracking system helps me, and I can literally work my business in 30 minutes, 45 minutes a day, and y'all know that I post in the challenge group. I do all that on Friday or Sunday, and I do that for the week, so I don't count that in. I just go back and check in the group, but you've got to have a tracking system. All right, so back to the National Wake Up Call. Her main point was talking about following up, and I think that is something that is scary for us. First of all, the invitation is scary because we're putting ourselves out there. Second of all is the follow-up, and she was talking about how important the follow-up is, and that's something that we just don't do. If we get crickets, or if they're like, no, money, objection, whatever, we just stop, and we can't, because just because someone doesn't reply doesn't mean that they're not interested. It might be that they didn't see your message, that they mentally responded and they didn't really physically respond. It could be that something came up and they just got distracted and they forgot, okay? So here are my notes. Bear with me, y'all. All right, so I have at the top, hey, if it's not a good time, that's fine. I can check back in with you later. Like, that's just a simple thing. If you wait 2 days, maybe you send an invitation, they're talking, they act like they want to do it, and then they ghost on you. An example that she gave was, hey, if it's not a good time, that is totally fine. I can check back in with you later. I run challenge groups monthly. Do you mind if I add you to my follow-up list? And I'm going to add them into. I am doing the free group. I'm going to do that next week. I think that's what I wrote down, and I'm going to do it, whether I am at Success Club or not, which I will be. But I'm doing the free group, so y'all are welcome to join with me, whatever y'all want to do. But October the 15th through the 19th. So I'm going to, if they ghost on me from now on, I'm going to, and I'm speaking for this month, I will say, okay, that's fine. I'll follow up with you next month if that's okay with you. And I would like to invite you to my free group. It's a great way to get an idea of how the challenge groups work that I run. You'll get a week's worth of meal plans and recipes, and actually be able to try one of our programs that we offer. Okay? Most people are not going to say no. I dropped y'all, sorry. Most people are not going to say no to something that's free. That's the truth of it. All right, so you need some sort of tracking system. I don't care if it's pencil and paper. I have a notebook and I have my tracking system, whatever works for you. Just be consistent. You cannot not have a tracking system. Get a tracking system. Number 2, don't assume that people aren't interested in what you're doing. Y'all, that spoke to me a lot. Because I think a lot of times we think that because we don't get 50 likes on a post, or because people are not flooding our inboxes, that people don't care what we're doing. That is not the case at all, okay? I know what I have to offer is freaking life-changing, and I'm going to shout it from the rooftops, and I'm going to fill those inboxes, and they can tell me no, or they can ignore me, or whatever. But when they're ready, they're going to come back around and be ready to join me for a challenge group that I know that they're going to get results in as long as they plug into it. So do not assume that people aren't interested in what you're doing. An example message for that, hey girl, I know life gets busy. You could say, I saw that you were on vacation with your family last week. I hope y'all had so much fun, something. And I know that I mentally respond and don't actually, so I just wanted to make sure that you got my message. Yes or no, they got your message. Whatever, you're still being nice, you're offering that. All right, I have my light on, and so I'm like, I think I'm going cross-eyed when I look at my notes. Another short and easy way to ask that same question, hey girl, I wanted to check and see if you got my message. Short and sweet. They can say yes, they can say no, they cannot answer. It's not going to harm you in any way, okay? All right, number 3, create some sort of urgency. 2 to 3, okay, so create some sort of urgency. In your post, like I was saying in my stories, I've got 5 spots, 1 spot's left, is it yours? They have no idea that I will take 55 people in my challenge group. They think that there's just 1 more spot left. They don't have to know that. The deadline's on when you're accepting. I'm accepting challengers through midnight tonight. Otherwise, you'll be rolled into my next online boot camp. They don't know. My battery just died. They don't know that you are not up to running 2 challenge groups a month. They have no idea. So create a sense of urgency. They have no idea. They don't have to know. Give them a deadline. a sample message that you could send. Hey girl, I just wanted to check back in with you. I know that you wanted to lose, I have a girl that messaged me and she wants to lose 85 pounds. She wants to tone up and lose 85 pounds. So you better bet that I said, hey girl, I know that you mentioned to me that you wanted to lose 85 pounds. And I can't remember what I said. I am so happy and honored. I would be so happy and honored to help you along in that journey, something like that. I only have a couple spots remaining this month for this group. No worries if you're not able to do it this time, but I wanted to be sure that I didn't leave you out. I can check back in next month, or I can check back, and for sure I'll check back in a couple days. Is that enough time for you to look over, like if you send them something, a sample of what Beachbody On Demand looks like, something like that. You could send them that, just something to look at. Will a couple days be enough time for you to look things over and then let me know? I'm so excited for you. You're going to love it. Okay, that's another sample. 4, reach out and offer free content. The free group, and I know that I've been sucking it up as far as doing that, but I've been on the struggle bus with Success Club, so I was trying to lock in those goals first. But it is going to be next Monday through Friday. I will run a clean week, and I know Casey and Laura did this already, but I'm going to run a free week. I'm going to offer fall content and let them know that's available. You can provide people that say no, but they act like they're all into it. Just randomly send them a week meal plan. Like, they don't know any different. Like, say, hey, I know we talked last month, and I was creating my meal plans for my challengers this month, and you popped in my head, and I wanted to share the goods with you this time. I hope you're having a great time, great day, yada, yada, yada. If someone tells you that they're too busy, here's another option. Hey, sounds like now is a busy time for you. I didn't want you to hesitate. So I wanted to, Hey, sounds like now is a busy time for you. I didn't want you hesitating just because you were unsure and had too much going on. I wanted to invite you to my 5-day free group that I'm hosting next week. It's a great way to experience our challenge groups and workout programs. Is this something that you would be interested in? Okay. Ask them, be bold, and I've been doing this, y'all. I've been upping it. Ask them what their hesitations are. Say, look, girl, you were all into it. You were ready to sign up. You know, I know life gets crazy and I know things happen, but what are your hesitations? You can tell me, you can ask me anything. That's what I'm here for. I promise you that I've felt the same way that you're feeling, or I've had challengers that felt the same way as you're feeling. Tell me and let me help you. Another thing that you could send, hey, I really hope that I'm not bugging you, because she was saying, lead with how you feel. Like, if you feel like you're bothering them, lead with it. Don't be afraid to be open with people. Hey, I really hope that I'm not bugging you. I wanted to check in and see if you got my last message. Just another way to start. All right, number 5, be persistent but not pesky. And for me, I was kind of like, but if I keep following up, I don't want to be pesky. But for me personally, I feel like if they're still watching my stories every single day, if they're still like messaging me and liking my pictures, I'm not being pesky. Until they tell me to leave them alone, I don't think I'm being pesky. For those people that are doing that, her suggestion was to bombard their post with love. So if they make a list of people that have reached out to you and like keep them like on a post-it note or something and that you'll see, go to their page and give them extra love, like, comment, interact. That way you'll be in their head. Okay. Show genuine interest on their page. All right, so that when the time is right for them, you're going to pop in their head and they're going to be like, yeah, I'm ready to sign up. I'm ready to do this with her now. Okay. Be genuine, form relationships. And when they're ready, they will come to you. And number 6, be patient, be consistent on social media, offer free support. Most people need exposure at least 7 times through Messenger and your post. Don't think that just because you post all week this week like you're supposed to, and then you drop off the face of the earth next week, that people are going to remember you. We don't pop up in our feed like we think we do. We feel like, I felt like in the beginning that, oh my gosh, I got to say this. I've already said this 1,000 times. People don't see it. I have almost 3,000 friends on Facebook, and I know that they don't see the same thing over and over and over. Okay, just think about your friends. Like, I know that sometimes I'll be like, I haven't heard from her in a long time, and I'm like, maybe she unfriended me. She didn't. I'm just not seeing her news feed unless I click her, okay? So be sure that you're liking and interacting on post, but be patient and be consistent. That's the main thing. The more you invite, The more you follow up, the better you're going to be at doing it. I know it's awkward and it feels weird, but the more you do it, the better you get, the easier it is for you to do it. Learn to be okay with objections and crickets so much that it does not stop you. Don't let it stop you. I know I personally let it stop me because I let it get in my head. Like, I was annoying people. I didn't have anything to offer them. But y'all, we do. We think of the ways that this has impacted you and your physical and your mental and your every type of journey that you're on. And think of the people that have committed with you. You can't stop and let them down, and you have to just keep going forward. Even when we have crappy days, even when life is crazy, we have to keep going forward because people are depending upon us, okay? And we have something that can not only change our lives, their lives. Like, this business is an amazing opportunity, okay? And we're just so close to tapping into it. And I'm pushing y'all. And remember, most importantly, that no doesn't mean never. It means not right now. So as long as you're consistent, you will help those no's turn into yeses whenever they're ready. And if you're consistent and persistent and you continue to show up and you do your vital behaviors, then when they are ready, they're going to come back to you. So anyways, I love y'all. Have a great afternoon, night.